Hello again everybody, it's me Karen and welcome back to Worship Time for Under 5's. Now today is Good Friday, so I've got a very special story to share with you today. But this story is also a little bit sad because on Good Friday we take some time to think about some sad things. So let's begin. Here we go. Jesus was a friend to everybody. He helped people who were sick. And he told lots of great stories. One day, Jesus said to his friends, "We're going to go to the city of Jerusalem." Jesus borrowed a donkey and rode into the city. People waved palm leaves. "Jesus is our king," they shouted. One night, Jesus had a very special supper with his friends. He took some bread and wine, and he said, "Each time you drink some wine and have some bread, remember me." After supper, Jesus took his friends to the garden. And he prayed, but his friends fell fast asleep. Suddenly, there were some men that came with sticks and swords, and they arrested Jesus and took him away. Jesus' friends woke up. They were scared too, so they ran off. The men took Jesus to see the ruler of the kingdom. He said, "This man hasn't done anything wrong." But the cruel people shouted, "Kill him! Kill him!" So the soldiers took Jesus outside the city. The soldiers put Jesus on a wooden cross and they left him to die. Jesus' family and friends were very sad. They'd lost someone who was very special. Jesus' friends buried him in a cave and put a large stone in front of the entrance. But when they came back 2 days later, the stone had moved and there were 2 angels and they said, "Jesus is alive." Soon after this, some of Jesus' friends went fishing. And suddenly, when they looked up, they saw Jesus on the beach. And they sat and they had breakfast with him. He was alive. And now Jesus lives forever. Wow, that's a great story, isn't it? Jesus died on the cross, but he came back to life. So let's think about the sad part of the story and the happy part of the story. Let's have a little look at one of my faces. What face is this? That's right, it's a very, very sad face. Now, do you remember what the sad part of the story was? That's right, it was when Jesus died on the cross. But why did he die on the cross? He died because he loves us all so much. Jesus had done nothing wrong, but he died on the cross for all the bad things that we've done, so that we don't get punished, and he does instead. And on Good Friday, we remember that sad part of the story. And now, let's have a look at this face. What face is this? Yay! It's a happy face. So what part of the story was happy? Well, it was a bit happy at the beginning when Jesus was helping all the sick people and telling them all the really fantastic stories about God. And it was also happy at the end because Jesus rose from the dead and he is alive. Now, I've got a couple of activities that I think you could do at home to help us remember this Easter story and to think about maybe the sad part of the story today on Good Friday. Now, I have made a cross just like this, and I've decorated it and made it all really colourful. Now I was wondering if maybe your mummy or daddy could draw you a cross, or you could print one off on our little church at home web page, and you can print a template off. Have a go at decorating it, make it look as colourful as you can. You can use pens, crayons, felt tip pens, coloured tissue paper, paint, whatever you like, and make it really colourful. And then you can cut it out and stick it up in your house somewhere. The other thing you could do is, on the same page there's an Easter egg hunt for under 5's. And on each of the Easter egg pictures that you can print off, there's a picture. Now your mum or dad can go and hide the Easter eggs around the house or the garden. You have to go and find them. And then you can retell the Easter story that I just told you using the pictures. And your mummy and daddy could help you retell the story to each other. So have a go at doing some of those things. If you make some fantastic crosses, then please send me a picture or something. It'd be great to see them. And then I'm going to see you in a couple of days on Easter Sunday, because don't you remember, that's when I get to open my present, and also I've got a really cool Easter song to teach you. So I look forward to seeing you in a couple of days' time. But before I go, let's say a prayer together. Here we go. Dear God, we thank you that you died on the cross for me and for everybody else to show how much you love us. And everybody said, are you ready? Wave your arm in the air. Amen. Excellent. See you in a couple of days. Bye everybody.